So I've been very curious to try the Les Exceptions collection of fragrances from the House of Mugler, and I finally have. The fragrance we're going to go ahead and review for you today is Woodissime. This right here. You're going to have a chance at winning a full bottle as well if you are in the USA, so please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. This is a SouthRobon.com contributor review, and that's right, we are going to go ahead and review Woodissime. This right here is part of the Les Exceptions collection. It was launched in 2016. It retails for $225. It's an eau de parfum concentration, and it is unisex. So for notes, we've got fruity notes, osmanthus, cedarwood, patchouli, vetiver, sandalwood, and oud. If you don't know much about osmanthus, it is a blossom from a tree. The blossoms smell like apricots, plums, and prunes, and it totally makes sense for this fragrance because the fragrance is quite fruity. Not overly fruity, but it comes off fruity, and apricots definitely come to mind, and also prunes. Some dried fruit with fresher, like stone fruit, like apricots, as I was saying. But a little bit about this collection, Les Exceptions collection from Mugler. I do want to say Mugler is my favorite house. I've been a fan of Angel and of course Amen, which used to be Angel Men when it first was launched. I love that line, and I love all the flankers. They're just really, really creative with the whole Mugler DNA, both for men and women, and I absolutely have been a collector and lover of these fragrances. As I said, I was really, really curious to try the Les Exceptions collections, and Woodissime is a good start for me since it was launched last year. But they also have a new one that launched called Hot Cologne. It's a 2017 launch. The previous year in 2015 they had Cuir Impertinent. There's also the original fragrances that were launched in 2014, which include Fougere Furieuse, Chyprissime, Oriental Express, Over the Musk, and Supra Floral. So if you can see the names of these fragrances, you're getting an idea of this collection. Basically, Mugler is focusing on very popular genres. They got the woody one here with Woodissime. They got the Fougere, they got the Musk, they've got the Oriental, they got the Chypre, and of course now they have the Cologne, which launched, which I'm very, very curious to try. But going back to Woodissime, this one right here, the fragrance sprays on fruity right off the bat, and I think it's the osmanthus and the accord it creates to come off very, very fruity. I do pick up a very, very apricot-y like note at the top, and it just basically pretty much dominates. But in the background there's this like woody, oudy note that's kind of come in, but you're gonna give it some time to enjoy that fruitiness, the apricot, the plum, the dried plum or prune like note, until it kind of starts drying down and the woody note is like basically kind of taking over, because once the fruity notes go away, the fragrance does become a very nice blend of fruits and woods. Oud as well, but to me, I don't pick up a lot of oud. It's more woody than oud, but the oud is somewhat dominant with hints here and there. But for me, as I was wearing this fragrance, it felt more woody rather than, more like cedarwood is basically what I was getting, more than the oud. There's also vetiver here and a little bit of patchouli that also come into play, but again, not during the first part of the life of this fragrance, because the first part, it's all these different fruity notes, and which is actually kind of good because woody notes sometimes can be really overwhelming, and so basically, to tone down the heaviness of the denseness of the woody notes, the oud, they basically contrasted it with the fruity notes, so it's brightened up a whole lot and not heavy. So there's this airy quality to it. Even though it's a wood and oud, you've got this like uplifting, more lighter balance of the fragrance, which I quite enjoyed wearing here. The other cool thing I want to also mention is it's very refreshing to see a Mugler fragrance that doesn't focus on the DNA of their very popular fragrances, and I like that about this fragrance line or collection, and I'm very, very curious to try more of the fragrances, especially like the Fougere Furieuse. That one really excites me because I'm a huge fan of Fougere line, of course. The Oriental Express sounds great, the Over the Musk. Those fragrances are really, really exciting to me, and I look forward to sampling or trying those fragrances out. I also get really great performance with this one. It's 3 to 4 sprays, and you pretty much wear the fragrance for the whole day. And the dry down is where it's at with this one for me, as it's a balance of both the woody wood notes with the fruity notes, and it just makes it really, really pleasant to keep smelling your arm or hand or your wrist or something. If you want to participate in the giveaway we're doing for a full bottle, if you are in the USA, please make sure you're subscribed to this channel, and there's a link in the info box. Just head over to southfloribond.com and put a comment there as to why you want to win this. They'll have their own instructions there. Make sure you're registered. Comment after you're registered, otherwise you don't qualify. And they'll run the randomizer and they'll select one lucky winner. Anyway guys, let me know what you think about this collection, Less Exceptions collection from Mugler. Have you tried Woodissime before? Are you familiar with the other fragrances in the collection? Put down comments and let's get a conversation started. Also, please like this video, please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.